I have returned once again today to deliver another new show premiering in the spring season of anime. This one is quite the big one, actually. I think actually probably one of the biggest of the season, I think. One of the heavy hitters, really. And that show is Golden Kamuy. Good to go. We are good to go. So yeah, this is one of those ones that I was quite hesitant about because I believe the studio doing it is Geno Studio, which is the ones who did Kokoku last season, which I've yet to finish, but I kind of heard was kind of alright towards the end. It kind of got a bit like that kind of, yeah, it was alright kind of thing, that kind of deal. So I was kind of like, maybe they might be able to find their footing with this series. Maybe Kokoku was their kind of start, and they want to kind of find their footing now. And I believe probably Golden Kamuy might just be that. I kind of hope so, because I like Geno Studio quite a lot. They actually have a sense of where they want to go with what they want to make, and I actually quite like them. So hopefully this actually is their anime that actually kind of puts them on the map. Hopefully it is, because otherwise I'll probably cry. But yeah, so it's one of those ones I'm just kind of like, I hope it to be good. It's one call along, which does disappoint me slightly, but hopefully actually the continuation at the end of the series, because I do believe the manga is still ongoing, so you never know with these things. You actually might get season 2 at the end of it. No idea, but hopefully it's good. That's the main thing. Hopefully it's good. But anyway, right. So let's put on the old Twitter. I've gone live. Oh, actually can't spell gone. Live for Golden. Actually even couldn't spell episode as well. My days are going so great lately. Losing ability to spell. But anyway, enough of my slow existential crisis that's been happening lately. Let's actually get the show on the road. So in 3, 2, 1, let's begin this thing now. Oh man, that's a cool shot. That's a really cool shot. That was really cool. I love those shots. It kind of does the scale of the whole entire field. It's so cool because it does the whole entire thing. It swings around and zooms out. It's so cool. That was quite the brutal opening. That was quite the opening. Why am I going nuts? What? Why am I going nuts? Am I going nuts? But is the fire extremely out of place in the scene? It's just really bugging me. I noticed it just now. I was like, the fire seems really out of place. My line was, why am I going insane? This is actually really good so far. I actually quite like this. Like, really good. Yeah, the world seems really fleshed out for episode 1. It's quite neat how it's done. You haven't got the whole entire picture, but you're kind of getting like small increments, and it really works. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, damn. The CG is really interesting in this show. Like, the CG is really interesting. Like, very interesting, actually. This is really good so far. Like, very freaking good. I already said it already, but this is actually really good. See, the CG in the show, it's a very cinematic kind of CG, if you get what I mean. It's not the kind of CG you normally see in anime, like in anime shows. It's what you'd apply to like a cinema film. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Straight up just punched a bear. Holy crap. He just straight up punched a bear. Damn. Like, damn. I mean, there is no way you can kill Sugimoto at this point. Sugimoto's immortal because he punched a freaking bear in the face. Like no backing down. He just punched it in the face. I was like, mate, boy. I've seen some impressive feats in my time, but that takes the cake. That takes the freaking cake. Freaking just punched the bear right in the face. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Don't worry about it. Thank you. Oh man, that was really freaking good. Like, holy crap, that was amazing. I love it. Holy crap, I liked it. It was really good. Oh man. This would be a hard one to beat, I think. If it's done well, it's actually kind of... It goes all the way and it actually doesn't kind of falter in any way. Oh my god, this would be amazing. It already has the makings of it being pretty freaking amazing, but I just always feel like as if possibly it might just falter somewhere. But I kind of hope it doesn't, because it does look like it's just going to be the best thing ever. Like, really. It just... I like these kind of storylines. I really do. Because it just has a world, it has a defined world in it. I actually quite like that about it. Like, it was one of those things that it takes quite a long time to actually kind of like open a world up and actually kind of allow us to kind of see inside it, but here it actually kind of told you all you need to know to actually go forward. And that actually was quite neat, and the actual way they kind of handled the characters and the character introductions, and then subsequently their kind of alliance and then their goals, it was actually kind of neat because it was all in one episode, but it didn't feel as if it was rushed. It felt as if it was actually kind of going at a pace that it kind of makes you go, yeah, I enjoy how they're doing this. I thought it was actually really freaking cool. Because in the end, it was one of those things that the actual goal they have is the same, but they're two different people. I actually quite like that, because the dynamic's different. But in doing so, they actually can in theory grow together. It's one of the things, because sometimes having characters that have two different personalities can in theory falter it in certain ways, but here it seems as if it's actually kind of going to work in conjunction with the actual plot itself. It just come out like about half an hour ago, I think. Yeah, half an hour ago. So it's literally just come out. But do go watch. It's amazing. Like, the first episode was actually really freaking great. Like, as I was saying beforehand, the whole entire idea of setting up a character that has two different dynamics is kind of hard. Like, you have to actually kind of make them seem as if they're kind of going to work together. But I think Sugimoto and his partner actually do work together, because you've got one who's kind of very freaking crazy sometimes. You've got a kind of one who's very, 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 very smart and actually has a lot of wisdom. And I think actually does in theory work in conjunction, because you have a killer and you don't have a killer at the same time. So it's actually one of those things that allows the character to actually kind of see two different perspectives. And I actually quite like that. So really good job on that part. I actually really do like that dynamic, because it has to kind of work, and here it's working really freaking damn well so far. It's episode 1, but really it does feel as if it's actually kind of going to work really freaking down will actually kind of do help the whole entire narrative. So yeah, I do hope the series actually continues in this vein, because yeah, the animation does in theory kind of go in and out of being quite good and actually kind of just being alright. Like, Geno Studio is kind of one of those studios, very much like Shuka, who's kind of, they've got projects they really want to do, but it's the way they kind of go about doing said projects that don't in theory kind of lend themselves well to what they've got currently, and I feel as if that's actually kind of going with the way of Geno Studio as well. Not as if they're not kind of get, I can't even speak now. It's not as if they kind of get shut down anytime soon, but anything like that. that, but it's kind of as if they kind of got those projects they want to do, but the resources they have don't really work in conjunction with each other. It actually doesn't really show, because certain shots didn't really feel as if it's like, wow, okay, like it feels as if it's a second anime by a studio. Like, maybe they should have done one in between, actually kind of just get the resources up, actually then go into this project afterwards, because it's actually quite a meaty product. It's not as if it's actually kind of just your run-of-the-mill anime. No, it's actually kind of got a lot going on. It's one of those ones it needs to kind of have a lot going on to actually kind of get it going perfectly. But really, I'm one of those people who actually don't really kind of find fault too much animation if it's not too distracting. I don't really mind it. It's one of those things that as long as the storyline's good and the characters are good, I don't really mind. Like the animation can be absolute terribleness, but if the show is amazing, I don't really mind. Oh, that's a hard one. It's quite a hard quite a hard question. I don't actually know. Could it be Uma Musume? I don't know, because Uma Musume is actually quite a show as well. But really, yeah, this show has got the makings of a classic, I think, if it's actually done well. Like, if it's done to the degree that I think everyone wants it to be done to the degree of, it can in theory be amazing, I think, because it does in theory have the makings of it. It has the setup to be this amazing product, but it's just whether or not it actually can get there. But I imagine they will get there. I have the hope. I'm always one of these people that are optimistic about certain products, because sometimes it can in theory be really freaking good by the end of it, but it's just whether or not it actually can get there. But I mean, maybe just they need a little bit more resources behind closed doors, actually just kind of get everything just fine-tuned. But it's not really that bad, really. The CG was one of those ones. That it kind of worked, like, after a while. The first time around, it was kind of like, wow, that CG is very noticeable. But once you got used to it, it wasn't so bad. So far, the only ones I've watched Devil's Line, which was kind of alright. Devil's Line was alright. There was Magical Girl's Sight, which was terrible. There was Persona 5 Animation, which basically is just a game made into a anime. There was Hinamatsuri, which actually was really freaking good. That's one of the best ones, I think. Caligula was one of those shows that it's kind of bad, but it's ironically really amazing at the exact same time. Like, it's one of those shows that I would recommend to anyone just because of how bad it actually is, but it's fantastic. And then there was Legend of Galactic Heroes, which actually was surprisingly really freaking good. And then there was Fist of Blue Sky, which was pretty terrible, like, in certain cases. But it's actually kind of alright if you just want to turn your brain off for 25 minutes. And I believe that is it so far I've watched. But yeah, I mean, if I was to put this anywhere on the list of where I would actually kind of put best animes of the season, this probably is the best, I think. When it comes to just raw everything, it was just fantastic. It really was. I loved it. Every single time it just upped its game every second. I thought just, wow, okay, good job. Because I like this whole entire storyline of the actual kind of where the gold actually is, because it's always constantly twisting and turning. Like, even in the first episode, you kind of get the storyline. If the guy almost killed the other dude, you get the idea of, oh crap, what's actually going on here. You get to actually understand, oh crap, he actually has the map. Oh crap, he doesn't. It was really freaking cool. I thought, okay, the actual premise itself is quite simple, but it actually really does in theory work really damn well. Actually, kind of tell a really kind of big storyline in the process. Maybe the characters will drive the narrative forward rather than the narrative driving the characters forward. That might be one of the things actually the show does pretty damn well. But yeah, I mean, it's a time will tell kind of show, so I want to see how this show pans out. I really do. We'll be here next week with the next episode. I believe when episode 3 airs, I would have finished uni by then, so I actually have more free time. But I will still continue watching this one because I don't have any hand-ins on a Monday. So, yeah, I need to watch Megalobox, actually. He just reminded me I have to go and watch that afterwards. Because it's one of those ones I keep on forgetting to watch. I was like, oh, I need to watch that show. Oh god, I keep on forgetting to watch it. It's one of those things that just happens to me every single 5 minutes. I just forget. But yeah, I mean, hopefully the show's good. But yeah. So, that is me done for today. So, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream on the old Twitch, then do leave a follow, because indeed, it does help quite a bit if you enjoy what I do here on YouTube. And you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed, it does help quite a bit if you enjoy what I do here on YouTube. And you want to stay that little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed, it does help quite a bit. But until tomorrow with... I have no idea. whatever comes out tomorrow, I shall be here. So until then, see you guys later. Bye for now.